Hi everyone, I'm the Cold Weather Chef, and I had a great dinner planned for you today, but I was getting so many comments on my previous videos on these little glasses. We thought we would go through and talk about the versatility of these, and I'm actually going to break this video into multiple parts because they're so multifunctional. The first use of them is really something that's a lot of fun. You can see I have a set of 6 of these glasses. We got these at an antique shop along with a cute little picture. You certainly can go, feel free, antiquing, or you can go on Etsy or eBay. There's a tremendous number of these available. They can be very ornate or very simple depending on your tastes. These are fairly simple. We really love the little picture. Typically we would get something like a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc and pour it into the pitcher. And just take this pitcher outside on a hot afternoon along with some snacks. Obviously the charcuterie board is not big enough for all the snacks that we have today, but you would take this outside along with your snacks and you could sit outside all afternoon and just enjoy little sips of cold Sauvignon Blanc and your snacks. Now, I've invited other people here today because we're pouring a lot of alcohol, and I don't want you to get the idea that I'm drinking all of this alone. I'm not. Certainly, I'm going to taste it. I suppose after a while the pitcher does run out and you can fill it up as many times as you feel appropriate. Very nice. A Dow from Paso Robles. So right now we're going to go onto our back porch and enjoy this, and we'll take a break for that, and when we come back we'll start with part 2 and explain further uses of these glasses. So stay tuned.
Great.
Welcome back everyone, I'm the Cold Weather Chef. We just enjoyed a wonderful time on our patio with our white wine and charcuterie board, and now it's time to talk about part 2 of the use of these little glasses. And the second use would be for Digestivos. But since Digestivo is for after the meal, it's really something I need to go back and talk about the entire meal as a whole. Normally I just have a dish and pair it with a glass of wine, but the meal is really an experience. And to fully appreciate the experience, you might have an aperitivo, which is the pre-dinner meal, then the meal, and then the Digestivo is the after dinner drink. So for right now, we're going to concentrate on the aperitivo, which is rooted in Latin, because all the Romance languages are rooted in Latin. Aperitivo is Latin for to open or to prepare your stomach for this fantastic meal that you're going to have. Today we're going to have pasta. So to make some aperitivos, you really want something that's fizzy. So what we're going to do is start with something simple like mimosa. So we just have some cold Prosecco. Pour the Prosecco in the glass. And I guess we need to wait just a second, pour a little more. Then we're going to add just a touch of orange juice, not too much. If you go to a restaurant, often they just add too much. Just a splash to give it some color. And here you have a fantastic mimosa. And that's going to one of the people in the crowd. The next drink that we want to make is a Bellini. Bellini is made popular by Harry's Bar in Venice. It's a wonderful place. It's very hard to find, kind of expensive, but they make an amazing drink. Take another champagne flute. In this case, I have some peach nectar. It's always nice if you can get fresh peaches in season. We are not in season, so I had to buy this. But it's easy enough to get a couple peaches, peel them, throw them in your food processor, and get fresh peach puree. It's fantastic. So you just throw a little bit of peach puree just to coat the bottom. So just a little bit. Top it off with some Prosecco. Sadly, it will not be as good as being in Venice at Harry's Bar, but it's still pretty good. So you can have that. Then there's another alternative, a spritz. In this case, we're going to make an Aperol spritz. In fact, it says aperitivo on it, which is helpful if you're still learning. But you could also get a Cynar spritz, which is, Cynar is based off of artichokes, or a Campari spritz. There's different spritzes that you can get. This is an easy one, and you just have to follow the rule of 1, 2, 3. So I've got my shaker here, and you have 1 part of club soda that we'll put in there, and we'll have 2 parts of Aperol, 1, 2, and 3 parts of Prosecco. Everyone can count, so this should be pretty easy. 2, 3. We'll give it a quick stir just to make sure everything's there. I've got a couple rocks glasses. And look at that wonderful orange color. You can see it fizzing. And now we have our aperitivos that we're going to enjoy. When we come back, we'll be done with dinner and we'll be on the home stretch to talk about the Digestivos in the small glasses. Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Cold Weather Chef. We just finished a fantastic meal and it's time for the Digestivo, or the digestive, which is a small after dinner drink that aids in digestion. So we have a lot of different options. You can go to different restaurants and they'll often have a digestive menu, and there can be hundreds of them. My advice is just to start trying. You may or may not like them, but eventually you'll find one that you like. Today we're going to sample 3 of them. My personal favorite is a limoncello. As you could imagine, it tastes like lemon. I keep this in the freezer and it's cold because it's in the freezer. And you just get a little bit in the Digestivo glass and hand that out to one of the people in the live studio audience. Another option that you have is Sambuca. This tastes like black licorice or anise. If you don't like black licorice, you will not like this. But for people that do, it's really a favorite. Very nice. And you need to stick your 3 coffee beans in it because it's good luck in Europe to put 3 coffee beans in your Sambuca. So that can go there. Finally, we have an Amaro Montenegro. Amaro's, it's hard to explain it, but it's both bitter and sweet at the same time, and it's herbal. It's very nice to sip after dinner. So we'll get one of those out. And one for myself. And that is the story of our little glasses that hold digestives, or a little glass of white wine on the patio. And you've now run the gamut of drinks from happy hour all the way through a fantastic meal. Enjoy.